Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please remember to subscribe so that you don't miss out on some of the most amazing conversations that I have to share with you. So my name is Eva Kim, and I help people heal while I teach them how to create abundance. I myself am in my own journey. I am learning new things every day, learning how to be an entrepreneur, learning how to be a better mom every day, learning how to be a better sibling, learning how to be a better daughter, learning how to be a better lover to myself and also to the people around me, and just loving how to love life. We have so many journeys, and these journeys have lead us to different, I would call them different paths, lead us to different destinations. And so each journey teaches us different things. And today I'm here to talk about something that has been bothering me. And I just thought, okay, why don't you talk to somebody who might be feeling the same way you're feeling? So if you have been listening, I have been in America for now 5 years. Well, 5 years in 1 month. And I love my journey before I came here in Africa, and I love my journey here in America. I have gotten to learn so many things all through my life. Some have been bittersweet and some have been very sweet. So really, each of these lessons are here to teach me how to be a better person, how to be a better investor, all of these things that make us whole, which is finance, fitness, health, family, all these things that make us feel whole. When they're complete, we are complete. That is the fact of the reality. Yeah. And we have to learn how to originate from self. We have to start from loving ourselves, because if you don't know how to love yourself, you'll never know how to love other people, because everybody has their own way of loving. Everybody has their own way of expressing themselves. Everybody has their own way of how they want to be loved. The way I want to be loved is not the way that somebody else wants to be loved, and we're all different in our own ways based off of what we've gone through in life, And so before I came from Africa, I went through some rough patches. I would say financially I was up and down. I got to experience myself in different levels of living in a big 3-bedroom house that I'm renting, lots of money, to that's a bungalow, to flat where I'm renting a 2-bedroom, to a 1-bedroom, to another 3-bedroom gated community, to a 2-bedroom, to a shared housing where I was sharing a home with another person who also had 2 kids like me. And so you can imagine 2 single women with 2 kids. And we were able to go through 3 months of living together. Through all this, I have been able to learn myself in very different ways, because when you're living with somebody else, that's when you learn emotional control. Like, you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I cannot be angry every day. I cannot be judging every day, because the only reason we end up being angry is because you're judging a situation or judging somebody and thinking that we're better than them, or if they did this, then it would be better. We never talk about, if I did something, then maybe I would make the situation better. It's always that, if maybe she did, or if he did, or yes, maybe we would, would get along. No. What are you doing that is different? What are you learning how to love the other person? Are you learning how they want to be loved? Anyway, circling back to why I'm here. I'm here because I wanted to talk about our finances, and having had to go through the ups and downs of life, and finally just learning how to submit to God and telling God, I am done. I can't be in control anymore. Take over. That's when God showed me who he was, and within a year I was in America, a year of just keeping to myself and just sitting down and starting to learn who I am, and not just conforming to the ways of the world, which is just trying to impress everybody. Oh, it's time to go out. Okay, let's all go out, because you want to fit in a certain community. You want to be everywhere and with everybody because you don't want to miss out on maybe being loved. And I get it. So having gone through all that, here I am in America, and God has blessed me so much. I started off making like $10 an hour on my first job, and jumped off to $11.75, and then to $16, because I was not choosing jobs, but somehow jobs were calling me from everywhere, and I was just like a month old in America. And the next job I got was $16, and I went there and I worked there for 6 months. And well, mind you, when I'm working, at every given time I'm working 2 jobs, so it's all hard labor. So I had become matter because I wanted to supersede the financial lack that I felt I had when I was in Africa. So I worked hard and I made a lot of money, but my body was breaking. And in about 8 months of being in America, I knew I was going to die. I just knew something was wrong because I went to ER with my kids. I drove myself to ER with my kids. And of course, I never got to be treated because it was around, it was still in 2020 when everybody was dealing with COVID. And that's when I realized just what people talk about when they say the health system in America is not up to date yet. But anyway, I still love working in the healthcare industry. Other than that, God continued blessing me, and I kept growing, and I kept getting better jobs. And within, I would say 1.5 years of being here, I had already landed my best paying job yet, which was $40 an hour, which was really good. And I remember talking to somebody and saying that, in a year, I'm going to be making $100 an hour. And I remember she said to me, what do you think you're going to be doing for anybody to pay you $100 an hour? Right now, some days I even make $500 an hour. Yeah. So you have to supersede your mind. You have to supersede the box. You have to supersede the matter where you think you have to work so hard and run up and about, driving up and about just for you to make money. So that's a topic for another day. But circling back to my finances, God has really blessed me. And I would say I have touched the most money I have ever touched in my life in the past 5 years. God has really blessed me. And I have been able to file my taxes. I have been able to get good refunds. And I have just grown and become an entrepreneur. And I have seen so many shades of God in the way that He has blessed me. But then now, I remember, I think it's because I'm 40. I hear they say 40 is when you either hit rock bottom or hit your very best high. But based off of where I've come from, I know it's all in the mind. It's what you tell yourself. So I'm sitting here and I keep asking myself, oh my God, all these years you've touched so much money. What have you done? What have you invested? Can you really show something really worthwhile that you have invested? And I'm here and I'm thinking, you would have done this, you would have done this. But what I'm not remembering is that all this time I have been acquiring my knowledge. I have been digging deep. I have been self-developing. I have been learning so many ventures of business. I have been learning so many different ways of how to, invest, and how to invest in ways that you are able to, be exempted in tax. So you're just creating your own financial freedom and creating your own bank based of how you invest your money. And you don't even have to invest that much. A minimum of $500 a month, you're doing so well. $1,000 a month, you're doing so well. You're even doing better. If you can do even better than that, then keep going, And I have been learning all these strategies of how I can be able to just manage my time, so wisely and be able to even have, how you have so many things to do and you're thinking, I can't do it all in 24 hours. But then you learn how to schedule your time, and some light bulb moments come and you realize, oh my God, I can do it all. So with me sitting down and judging myself, which is something I like to do, I like to self-criticize, then I go ahead and reevaluate and see, okay, fine, I've criticized myself, but what have I done wrong, or what have I been doing that has made me not achieve what I wanted? And I realized all this time I have been digging and investing in different courses and investing my time, investing my money, investing everything in learning all the different ways that I can make money. And I thank God because I have learned so much. And this is why I'm here. And every time I try to walk away from this, God tells me, no, if you've been learning all this, there's somebody out there who is waiting for you to teach them, And now that I've learned what I know, instead of judging myself and telling myself, oh, all this time, what I have done is I've told myself, all these 5 years, you are learning how to love yourself. You are learning how to take yourself to the best places, the best restaurants, to buy yourself the best and most amazing clothes with your kids, drive the car that you want and just live a good dream. Then once you're already on that level, even manifesting more is easier because you get to start counting your blessings and get seeing what has actually been working. So, but now that I have learned all these things, instead of judging myself, now is the time to invest, reevaluating. You have to reevaluate your self-criticism. Just criticize yourself. Write down all the things that you feel that you're failing. But after you write them down, you have to also see what good has come out of the time that you are not doing these things that you thought you should be doing. Yeah? So now I know where to invest, how to invest, what I want to do with my money. I was healing, By the time I was leaving my country, I was so angry with my leaders, because all I could see was corruption. But now, because I can see the opportunities, I can see how I can manage my mind and tell my body and my whole being who I am and what I can do without limiting myself based off of what the reality is. I can create my own reality. I can create where I want to go based off of just focusing on my end goal. Where is my end goal? And that should be my now. Not my past. In my past, I have definitely done things that I've been learning from. So how can I apply it now and make it worthwhile? Yeah. So as we self-criticize, let's also rise above and reevaluate and learn to love ourselves and learn to see the good of what you've been doing. Yeah. If you've been doing self-development like me, now it's time to create. Let's create together. Let's go out and do things. Let's go out and do things together. So if you're out there and you want an accountability partner, you can reach out to me. You can make a comment. Just comment below, and I'll be able to reach out to you, and we can work together. I also have a community. I know I've been saying that I'm going to share a link. That is something that I've been working on too. Because I had to reevaluate myself. What do I really want to do this year alone? What are the goals that I want to achieve? Because I know I have so many things to achieve, but I can't do it all right now. So where can I start? What can I start with? Yeah, based off my projection of where I'm going to be in 6 months, through the glory of God, what will I do with that time? And then after 6 months, what will I do with the other 6 months till the end of the year? Now we're in February. What have you achieved so far? What are you planning to do? It's good to always have a goal. Don't even do long-term goals. Just give yourself short-term goals. What do you think you can do in the next 3 months? Because sometimes when you look at 5 years, it can overwhelm us. So why not work with, what am I going to do in the next 3 months? What do I want to achieve? Where do I want to go? If it's about working on your credit, where do you want to get it? And what are the things and strategies that you're going to apply for you to get there? Yeah, and why are you getting, why does credit matter so much to you? Is it because you want to get a personal loan? Is it because you want to use it for your business so that you can get good funding? What exactly are you, what is your theory behind you wanting to make your credit work for you? Is it because you want to buy a home? Okay, if you're buying a home, are you buying a multi-home or are you buying a single home? Because at the end of the day, you have to find a way where money is working for you, not the other way around. You cannot keep working for money. It's going to keep breaking you. But when money works for you, it multiplies. So if you're buying a home, if you can afford to buy a home just by uplifting your credit 20 credits up, so why not think about buying a multi-home? Yeah. Why not even think about creating an LLC and use that LLC to buy a home in a different state, a state that is cheaper, reinvest in a different state, a home that if you're in a state like Washington and buying a home here, a 1-bedroom home is like $500,000, $500,000. So if I can think of renting a house for a year for $24,000, and instead of buying a home here, use that 500 to buy like 3 different duplexes in different states. Why not go for that? Something that is gonna upgrade in a few years. It's gonna be worth way more than it's worth right now. And while it's upgrading, as its equity is growing, I am still collecting rental from there as a business. And remember, with businesses, you can have so many ways of benefiting from grants, fundings, from tax exemptions, using the investments that the income that is coming from your rentals to invest it in tax exempted investment. These are things that I teach. So if you want to be helped in any way, just reach out to me and we can talk. Yeah. So today what I was talking about is, don't judge yourself too harshly. Just learn to reevaluate. After criticizing yourself, go back, reevaluate. Yeah, don't go down the drain of thinking that you're not worth it. No, okay, fine. This is what has been happening. Fine, I haven't achieved that. But while I was not achieving that, what was I doing? Okay, I was working 2 hours, 2 shifts for me to make money so that I can be able to lay off for the next 6 months, so I can now put the effort back into creating my own. Good. Then that's your reevaluation. Yeah, you have to always reevaluate. But please, let's not forget how to love ourselves. Let's not double shift all the time. If you're double shifting, just do it just for a while with a goal of where you're headed. And when you feel exhausted, take a break. Yeah? Don't become matter. If you're becoming matter, have a purpose. No, okay, I'm gonna work for somebody 40 hours a week, but the other 40 I'm gonna work for my business. You have to start creating your own. When you create your own, nobody can take that away from you. And when you create your own, it grows. God blesses it because he sees that you have confidence in him, you have faith in him. Yeah. So always learn to reevaluate. If you want to reach out to me, please comment below and I'll reach out to you and we can talk more. Meanwhile, I'm gonna finish up on creating my links. You can always I don't know when you're listening to this video, but you can always go into the description. As soon as I have it ready, I'm gonna be updating it in each of my videos from the very beginning. Okay, have a good day and thank you for listening. God bless.